Hi everybody, this is Alice Bejeweled Hedgehog, back for yet another vlog. It's been a while since I vlogged. I can't remember, Thursday maybe? Wednesday? Yeah. Anyhow, I miss you guys a lot. Really tired. Getting ready for bed. Oh, I've got my flannel pajamas on again. We're having a little spot of cold weather, well, chilly weather, and I am extremely happy because today I got to wear crochet accessories, and I thought that these flannel jammies had had their last run, a week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago, but now they're back out, so I'm happy. I've got my pink flamingos with me. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I miss everybody. I really appreciate my subscribers, and thank you for sticking with me and for sticking it out through my long vlogs. I got a little behind in the vlogs. This week was kind of crazy. I had a lot of insomnia. And one of the things that I try not to do when I have insomnia is get too engrossed in anything. So I don't turn on the computer and start watching YouTube, because that's the kind of thing that could prompt me to keep staying up longer and longer. So I try and read things, but not thrillers or murder mysteries, or do nice relaxing crochet or whatever. But anyhow, I've started catching up on vlogs. And I'm very excited to find out what happened with everybody last week. I saw some, and kind of not really in any kind of order, because I get those email notifications in one of my email accounts. And basically, I just tend to click, whenever I sit down on the computer, I tend to click on the first one that has come in. And that, of course, leaves me with some kind of, disjointed viewings. But anyhow, I am just really tired, kind of out of it. I think it's this dreary, icky weather. I have not had a particularly interesting week. Let's see. Oh, the youngest niece, we went through all this stuff about getting her room all cleaned up. And then the little booger went and trashed it again. She just has this knack. And then she tried to clean it herself, and we had all these boxes, and she had spray painted them and put them on her shelves, and she had this whole system. And, then of course she had it all messed up again with, socks stuffed in with the toys. And anyway, to make a long story short, I went over there Thursday evening, and we decided that I would clean her room with her again, and then I would have a sleepover, which made Friday morning kind of frantic and interesting. So I spent Thursday evening cleaning, helping her clean, and she's kept it up. I looked at it today, and it was pretty much okay. Let's see, went back over to my sister's for Friday night dinner, and that took up most of the evening. Saturday, I was just tired. I made this whole list in one of my journals, about all the things I wanted to do and wanted to keep up with. And I just had to write, if at first you don't succeed, howl and bang your head against the wall. Because it just seems like I'm always running to catch a train that's just like, always ahead of me. But anyhow, one of these days I'll catch the train. Optimism never hurts. Let's see. So, the insomnia is basically cleared up. I had a really restful day yesterday. It was just kind of nice to do absolutely, I didn't do absolutely nothing. I did some little household tasks and things. But then I didn't multitask. I didn't try to do a million trillion things. I just laid down and read. And I'm reading 2 books at the same time. Which happened kind of because I took one of my nieces to the library on Friday evening, and I picked up a book, and started reading that. And then since I didn't have the book I was in the middle of reading with me at my sister's house, I got, engrossed in the second one. And anyway, I'm not making any sense whatsoever, so that's fine. Anyway, and then today I spent the day with the nieces and did some grocery shopping. Eating healthy, or as Ask Miss Chris says, she's trying to eat clean, is time-consuming, to put it mildly. And sometimes it just gets difficult. So I've been sticking with it pretty well. At my sister's house, they had all kinds of candy and, goodies everywhere because it had been Passover. And just like Easter, Passover traditionally has a lot of goodies associated with it. But I did pretty well. I mean, there were some chocolates that were consumed, but it was not the end of the world. And I did really well at the grocery store today. I ate before I went, so I was not motivated by hunger. So I bought a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, some organic meat, and for some reason I had been just craving subs like crazy. I really want sandwiches. So I got some whole wheat, thin sliced bagels. They're not really thick like the real bagels would be. They're pre-sliced and they're much, much thinner. And I make them open face. And I went to the deli and I got a pound of low sodium, low fat turkey. So that's not that bad. Yeah, not great, not bad, just kind of eh. Let's see. Oh, okay. I got some stuff. I have like a mini haul. No yarn or anything. This is my old bag. I am one of these people that likes to keep a purse forever, and I rarely change purses. I probably might change purses at the most 5 times a year. If I'm going to an event, a wedding, a ballet, or an opera, I'm not going to drag this big bag in with me everywhere I go. So I will shift down to a little more appropriate bag. But, I mean, for every day, I hate changing bags. Something always gets left behind. It's such a pain in the butt. So I bought this back in 2003. This is a Healthy Back bag, and I got it through the Travelsmith catalog. And I really loved it because it was tapestry. It is tapestry. And so I thought it was both casual, and because it's a muted tapestry, it could be, carried to work. But since 2003, and you can see the tapestry's wearing off over here, and you can see the handle is really, really frayed. See all these stringy things. The zipper is shot, a bunch of the inside pockets are torn, and it's got that rag. I mean, it's pretty. On the camera, it doesn't show really how ragged it is, except, of course, with the handle. But it's gotten just ragged enough that it no longer looks suitable for work. So I went on the internet, and they did not have tapestry in that really pretty print anymore. They have tapestry bags, but nothing that I thought was subtle enough to be considered a work, take to work bag. But that's okay. I got this one. This is microfiber, and I noticed today when I was out in the rain that the rain just beads up and rolls right off of it. It does not get wet. And it's essentially the same bag. It's a Healthy Back bag. Let me lean back so you can see it. And I like the color. And the microfiber, they had nylon. They have nylon, tapestry, microfiber, and leather. And the microfiber is smooth, and it's nice enough, I think, that it does not look like a backpack. So yeah, it can be taken to work, and it's big enough. It will carry, pretty much anything. It'll carry a paperback. It'll carry a netbook. If you like to have a netbook with you, it would carry a tablet. If you get to the store and realize you didn't bring your shopping bags with you, if you're buying just a few small items, it'll stuff in there. Yeah, I know, I'm cheap. I hate paying the bag tax. It just drives me nuts. And I try and make sure that I carry the shopping bags back down to the car every time I've used them, but sometimes I don't. And I find myself in the store, and I don't have any bags. And I don't know if I'm being petty. I mean, it's only 5 cents a bag, but it drives me nuts. It's like, what am I supposed to do with this thing other than recycle it? Yet I've paid for it. So anyway, got the new purse, and oh, I got a t-shirt. I just adore t-shirts, and when I went to a website called Roadkill T-shirts to find my Silence is Golden, Duct Tape is Silver, and they had this one, and I simply had to get it. And basically, it is a nice thin stick figure and a little dumpy stick figure. And the nice thin stick figure says, "Don't forget you are what you eat." And the dumpy little one that seems to be holding a cookie says, "Then I need to eat a skinny person." Ha 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 ha. So anyway, I like that. And they're not all red. If you ever go to Roadkill T-shirts, they give you sizing options and color options for a lot of their stuff. So there's that. And then let's see. Oh, I've got a little miniature magazine haul here. I ended up subscribing to this. I don't know what possessed me, but it's a magazine called Piecework. And it deals with what my grandma would have called fancy work. Knitting, crocheting, tatting, embroidery, but the fancy aspects of it, not the practical aspects. And, for instance, this right here is lace. And let me flip through and show you a bunch of cool things. Oh, this is gorgeous. A Russian triangular butterfly shawl to knit. And then there's a close-up of the actual butterfly portion of the lace. And it will have a pattern in here for it. And it also has historical articles. It talks about the symbolism of the butterfly. Here's a chart for the shawl. Let's see. Yeah, this particular issue seems to be primarily about lace. This is showing some lace, an article on historic lace, and there are the little bobbins down there. It's a fascinating magazine. It has a lot about the history of things, and not just patterns and how to do it. So this is talking about Buck's Point bobbin lace, and then it has instructions on how to do it yourself. And I think it's gorgeous. Lace making is not something that I want to really dedicate a lot of time to, because it requires so much patience, and it's not really me. But it's fascinating to read about. Now this is interesting. These are reticella needle lace that's apparently stitched. I think they're gorgeous. I haven't read the magazine yet. I had the nieces here this afternoon, and reading things was not an option. Here's a lacy scarf to knit. And that's a little easier. Obviously, most people, I mean, it's more common to have knitting needles than it is to have lace-making bobbins. Let's see. Now this is pretty. This is depression lace, and this is showing embroidering an apron. It's a gingham apron. I don't know how well you can see it. And then it has a lacy pattern embroidered on it. Ah, the glare. And this really fascinates me, because when I was taught cross-stitch by my grandma and mother, they basically gave me gingham, and I stitched X's across the gingham, and that was like, I guess, the easy kids way of doing it. Now this is really cool. This is a man, Chester Ross Sr., and he was an engineer, and he became fascinated with tatting and all the geometrical patterns that tatting could produce. So this is a little historical article about his tatted bedspreads. And then it shows and gives instructions for a tatted greeting card. so yeah, then it has some more lace making articles. So it is really cool. I really enjoy reading it. And then this is a little scary, actually. I've been getting a magazine that I didn't actually subscribe to, but it's a lot of fun. I've never subscribed to what I call a girly magazine. I've subscribed to craft magazines and archaeology magazines. But somehow or the other, I have started getting this in the mail. I mean, it has my actual address label on it, which is a little scary because I assume I'm going to be presented with a bill at some point. And all I can think of, since I did not subscribe to it, is that I must have, this is getting a little loud, let me turn this down. I must have done one of those things, you know, where maybe I clicked on something without thinking and managed to subscribe to a free trial. And so they'll bill me, but I don't know, it's really fascinating. It has a lot of cool stuff in it. It has a whole section in this particular issue on makeup and things for under $30. And one of the things that fascinated me was it has a DIY scent. And it's where you can create your own summery signature with Tokyo Milk's mix and match perfume sets. And it's $18, but you get 6 fragrances, 6 floral fragrances. And here it is right here. And you can layer them together. And each person will, of course, layer them differently. So each person is going to come up with a completely different scent. So that's fascinating. I don't know whether I'll get it or not, but it's something that, you know, intrigues me. And then I have something so cool to show. Let me put them on. This is I know compared to what a lot of other people make, this is very simplistic. But this is a wire wrap ring. Maybe, I have no coordination. There we go. My oldest niece, Beanie, got interested in this, and when we went to the craft store the other day, here's another one that she made. Very, very simple. She had a coupon, and she bought some wire, and she hasn't looked at any tutorials or anything. She has just been playing around with it herself. This is a ring, and she put a bead on it. Now this is I don't know if she's ever going to want to get very fancy. This is the girl that likes very simplistic things and is kind of horrified by some of my jewelry and style. But anyway, I just think this is really cool and really pretty good for somebody who hasn't yet done any tutorials or read up on it. She's just, we bought her a little spool of wire, and she borrowed some of my tools, and she just went to town. So that's a shout out to Beanie. She's wonderful. What else? Oh, I wanted to do a shout out to Andi. She did a video, one of the videos that I had a chance to look at, about receiving a gift. And she got a camera, but she was also showing some journals she got. And she got a journal called Wreck This Journal. And it sounded really intriguing, so I Googled it and found out you could get it on Amazon and took a look at it, and it is fabulous. It's a journal where you do very unusual things. Like it showed one area where you're supposed to burn the pages. I mean, you get creative, you have fun. Another thing you do is you tie a string to it and drag it around. You bite some of the pages. It is not your typical journal. So the first thing I thought of was my 11-year-old niece, and I just went ahead and ordered one. Then I was looking around, and the same person, now I cannot picture the oldest niece, the one that made the jewelry, who will be 15, a week before the younger one turns 11. I can't picture her biting journal pages or burning them or any of the other fun, crazy things. At the moment, she has dignity. I'm not really making fun of her, okay? But she's a dignified teenager, and she's a practical teenager, and she is a sensible teenager. Also very sensitive, but anyway. But there was one, I forget, like an adventurer's guide to life or whatever, that seemed to have, from what I read of it, it had exercises and things to do in the journal that seemed a little less wacky. So I ordered that one for her. And then the funniest thing ever was when they were over here today, the youngest one saw my spiritual journal. And she was fascinated. This was not the older one. I would have expected, in either of the older two to be interested in it. But they didn't seem, they were just like, oh, that's very pretty. But the younger one saw it and thought it was such a cool idea. And she wants one. She really, really wants one. And it kind of makes sense because this, in a few weeks she will be 11. But the following year, obviously, I guess, this is no big deal. The following year she'll be 12. And Orthodox Jewish girls, have their bat mitzvahs at 12. The boys have it at 13, but the girls have it at 12. So her 12th birthday will be her bat mitzvah birthday. And you do a lot of religious studying in preparation for your bat mitzvah. And she little Duck, wanted her very own spiritual journal to write things down in as she spends that year preparing for her bat mitzvah. So I went to Andy's website and ordered one. And I'm very happy and thrilled and very surprised. So, surprised in a good way. I really like that. Sorry, I am just I did not write anything down. Excuse me, I am so sorry. Okay, everybody. I am tired. I will come back with a more interesting vlog. I will try and do something more interesting with my life. Thank you all for watching, and please comment and talk to me. I love interacting back with you, although I haven't had a whole lot of time this week. Well, that is it for now. I've already, rambled on a bit. Oh, the music playing in the background is Lady Lamb the Beekeeper. But I really love her music. She's an indie artist. I downloaded her from emusic.com. So anyway, this wraps it up for my vlog. I just wanted to do one since I haven't done one in so long. And I'm going to be catching up on everybody else. And hopefully vlogging tomorrow. Okay. Bye. Oh, where's my little cursor? Ah, here we go. Bye again.